Me and my family moved down here more or less 5 years ago, going on 5 years. So we've been here quite a while. I have 3 kids, 2 of them actually born here. So coming to Portugal I'm originally from Sweden, so obviously it's a bit of a different culture. But I mean, we love it here. Obviously you have the sun, you have all the beaches, great food, great culture, great wine. So I mean, what's not to like, if you ask me. So we've been really enjoying it here, and after my sports career I figured I will move somewhere a bit warmer, and we've been working with real estate for the last 5 years, and I mean, it's been an amazing kind of journey. When we moved down here, it was obviously a new experience in terms of that, and I mean, I can definitely emphasize with people who are obviously exploring Portugal to kind of be in their shoes, if you will, in terms of their journey moving abroad and looking to Portugal as an option. For us, moving down here is definitely one of the best choices I made in my life, so it's been an amazing ride. To come down to Portugal, you would need 2 major things. First of all, congratulations for considering to moving to sunny Portugal. First thing is the almighty NIF number. A NIF number is actually a tax number that you use for all kind of purchasing, kind of getting all the electricity, everything. It's your identical number here in Portugal. It usually takes around a week, maybe 2. You would have that acquired. Either you have legal representation here, or you have someone that could help you get a NIF number that already has a NIF number here. Then you could also acquire a Portuguese bank account. Once you have your NIF number and your bank account, you're more or less set to go and kind of operate and run around in Portugal. So when we arrived to Portugal, my wife was 7 months pregnant actually at the time, so it was a bit stressful to say the least. So we moved down here, and obviously having to kind of manage everything in terms of hospital, where to have birth and kind of all that stuff. And it's a foreign country, you don't speak the language, so it was a bit stressful for us in the beginning, but also a fun adventure, I would say. So for anyone who's kind of considering moving here, I would say, I mean, take the first kind of 6 months just to kind of ease into it, because it takes a bit of time to kind of get all documents and everything settled in. But we also had a baby almost right away when we moved down here, so it was a lot to kind of cope with at the same time. But Portuguese people have been very friendly and it was very easy in terms of that. So I mean, we enjoyed it a lot. What surprised me the most with Portugal, I mean, obviously you have food, the friendly people, I mean, the nature, but I would say the number one thing was the weather. I mean, the weather is just amazing down here. And obviously anyone who's living in Northern Europe, right? Don't take good weather for granted. I remember when I was living in Sweden, we could literally circle in the calendar, more or less be like, oh, on Thursday is gonna be a great day, and you kind of try to take a half day off or kind of do something just because it's a good weather that day. Here, it could be great weather, and you would just be home watching Netflix. It depends a little bit on your life situation. If you are a retired couple or if you are a young couple with family, I would say the top places to move to in Portugal: Lisbon, Cascais, Porto, Algarve is kind of obviously the main kind of cities, areas that people are most attracted to. But I wouldn't be surprised if moving forward, you would have places like Alentejo or places more up north that's going to be more interesting for people to move to, because those areas are going to be more developed. You're going to see much more people coming there in the future. We chose to live in Cascais because we had actually friends we knew who lived down here, but obviously we did some research before that, and it looked like a perfect fit for the family. You have the beach, you have the schools, you are, I mean, more or less 20-15 minutes drive to Lisbon, and you have kind of a lot of nature up in Sintra as well, and kind of beautiful areas. So for us it was a no-brainer. Obviously when I moved down here I pictured myself surfing and hiking, and none of that had happened. So I mean, hiking I can do, but surfing, I mean, that dream died within the first minute in the water. Biggest expense surprise I had was we were renting a house in Cascais when we moved down here, and unfortunately it was badly isolated. So that could be kind of a heads up for anyone who's looking to either buy or rent a house, or make sure you have good isolation, because otherwise your bills are going to be pretty high.